Well, you can see how terrible this thing looks with the roll pan, but that's to be expected. Good morning there, ladies and germs. Got a fun little project to work on today that I've been wanting to do for a while. Got this here 2-inch receiver hitch for my Ford Ranger. It's made by Curt. So when I originally bought this hitch, my intention was to cut it all apart and turn it into a hidden hitch to work in conjunction with my roll pan. That's also why I haven't painted this yet. After pondering it a minute, I think I'm going to abandon that idea, because the only way to do a hidden hitch in a Ford Ranger is you have to lose the spare tire. And I just don't want to deal with that. And I don't want a spare tire rattling around in the bed all the time. So I'm going to leave the hitch as is, and I'm going to make it so that I can just zip it on and off of there with the OEM bumper bolts. With a little 3/8 impact gun, you can take this thing on and off in under a minute. I don't want to leave it on there because it will look absolutely terrible with the roll pan, because I want to say it's going to hang out like all the way down here. This is the instructions if you were to put this on a Ranger with a step bumper still on there. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I am not going to use their hardware kit. I'm going to use the OEM bolts and the flag nuts that are in the frame. These spacers are from the kit, and we need these. One thing I think I forgot to mention earlier in the video real quick is if you're going to use the shims that are provided with the Curt kit, and you want to use the OEM bolts like I did, you have to take a unibit or a drill bit and just open this hole up in this spacer a little bit so that the bolt can go through, because the bolts are just a little bit too big. We need the spacers to clear this rivet right here for the cross member. Since I'm using the OEM hardware, I've got to take this nut and pull it off the frame and move it to this hole right here. So this is the OEM bumper holes, and then the receiver hitch is going to be in this hole and this hole. It's really easy to move. There it goes. Now we're in. All right, we're ready to put the hitch on already. As far as I know, this generation of Ford Ranger, they all have the 4-flat trailer connector on the truck already. Another reason I don't want to leave the receiver on the truck all the time is it is freaking heavy. It's like 30 pounds. That's more than the factory bumper, I think. This would probably be easier with 2 people. But I don't have 2 people. This is hard by myself. Well, you can see how terrible this thing looks with the roll pan, but that's to be expected. Here's the specifications. This is without weight distribution, and this is with weight distribution. I don't think I'd ever tow anything that heavy unless I had to. I think the tow rating, the highest tow rating, believe it or not, is on the standard cab short bed Rangers. think we're going to flip that over because that'll drag on the ground. This truck is lowered on a flip kit, in case y'all were wondering. So one thing I noticed while putting this thing together was that the factory bolts are a little bit shorter than I like. So I either need to get some longer bolts from the hardware store or thinner spacers, or both. My bolts are just flush with the end of the nut, so I'm not worried about it for this trip, but like I said, I will get some longer bolts for it. Okay, we're going to go up north and pick up a little aluminum side-by-side trailer, and we'll see how she does. We'll report back then. Beyond that, it fits, it works. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I mentioned earlier in the video, I don't plan on leaving this on here, so I want to be able to have it set up where I can take it on and off really quickly. And I think this is going to fit the bill. So if you have any other questions, comments, suggestions, concerns, put them down in the comments below. I always try to get back to each and every one of them. Beyond that, we will see you all on the next one.